Well, we lost to the 1-8 Jets last week. We got the 2-7 Titans. That spells doom. What do you think?
I thought they were on the bye last week. Welcome to the Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
Welcome, fans, to our Week 11 Steelers preview. I'm your host, Jim Cella. I'm in studio with Big Easy and JDash. Thanks for tuning into the spread. Thank you guys for coming in studio. How you doing?
Good, very well.
I'm hanging in there.
Nice and toasty in the studio.
A little warm in the studio tonight.
Yeah, a little warm. I need a snug blanket. What are those things called?
A Snuggie.
Snuggie.
Get you a spread official Snuggie. Well, the Steelers are going to Tennessee this week on Monday night. What is the line? -6?
-6.
-6. Does anybody remember the over-under? 46.5. So we got Pittsburgh -6, 46.5. Tennessee actually leads the all-time series against Pittsburgh in Tennessee 8-2. Pittsburgh leads the all-time series 44-32, dating back to when they were the Houston Oilers. But the Titans have won 13 of the last 19.
And they beat us last year, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah, they beat us 16-9 at Heinz Field. So this not as easy as a game as it looks on paper.
The Jets look like an easy game, and the Steelers went out there and laid an egg. They stunk, so now they have work to do. They need to get this done because you do not want to go into the bye week with back-to-back losses and a 6-5 record. Have to think about that for 2 weeks before you play the Saints.
Yeah, the Steelers really could have used 7-3 here instead of 6-4. It would have put us in prime position to take a hold of that division. You lose to the hapless Jets. You know, Big Ben put up yards.
All in the
Bell
second
didn't really
half.
run the ball. Yeah, I mean, they turned the ball over. They shot themselves in the foot, and they gave the Jets the game. I'm not taking anything away from the Jets, but the Steelers lost that game. They bleeped the bed.
The Steelers offense lost that game, yes, and they have a lot of work to do if they want to win this game this week. Ben has to step it up. He has 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in 5 road games. If he doesn't get it done, then they're going to have to start running the ball, yes. They didn't run the ball well last week. Everybody wanted to blame the line, but the Jets are very good at stopping the run. And now they're going into Tennessee where they allow the 29th most to opponents in terms of rushing. So the Steelers have a better chance of getting it done this week.
They need to start getting it done. They need to get some rushing touchdowns. I mean, easy. When was the last time you've seen Bell get into the end zone? Week 1?
Been a week or two, yeah.
Week
a
2?
Week or two. He has 1 touchdown on the ground this season,
yeah,
I believe.
It's pretty bad.
Blunt still has more
Only
than
2.
him with 2.
Right. The Steelers in the red zone, if they want to continue to be successful, you're not going to throw 6 touchdown passes in December. You got to learn how to punch the ball in the end zone from short yardage. I heard that play with James Harrison was a mistake last week, and Harrison was not supposed to be in there. It was supposed to be Will Johnson, but somehow Harrison got mistaken and ended up in the game. It just sounds like a lot of BS to me.
Yeah, that can't be true. They would call timeout. They wouldn't let 2 plays go by. Well, after the first play, when they threw him the pass, they didn't realize they threw a pass to James Harrison and decided to run him at fullback the next play?
Exactly, which is why I think
Garbage.
it's just a lot of BS.
I don't think Tennessee's playing very good football, yo.
No, Tennessee looks real bad. They're 1-7 in their last 8 games. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They haven't scored more than 17 points over their past 4 games. Their only win at home this year was against Jacksonville, who, okay, yeah, the Steelers had a little bit of trouble with Jacksonville, but it just shows you how bad this Tennessee team is, and they're relying on a rookie quarterback in Zach Mettenberger to get it done.
Yeah, it's not going to get any easier for the Titans with Mettenberger at quarterback. He may be their future, but their right now is pretty much doomed. Dick LeBeau eats rookie quarterbacks for lunch. That's not to say that Mettenberger might not put up some yards against us late in the game. I don't know. It's a tough call because the Steelers look so horrendous against the Jets. I can't see them coming out and doing that 2 weeks in a row. You would think, or hope maybe, that they could come out, put together a great effort on defense. I don't even want to see a good. I want to see a great, dominant effort on defense. I want Mettenberger scratching his head by the second quarter and not knowing what's going on.
It would be nice if they came out and dominated on the defensive side, but really, they played well enough to win last week. They let up 20 points, yes, but 7 of that was because the offense turned it over in their own end. So really, they only let up 13. And if they let up 20 this week by themselves, the Steelers still better win this game by Big Ben and the rest of the offense moving the ball down the field and scoring in the red zone.
I didn't think the defense was a problem last week.
Not at all.
I didn't. Everyone's still hating on them, and there are individuals that aren't, performing to the expectations that we have for them. But I'm okay with the defense right now. I don't think there's going to be an issue on Monday night for them either.
Well, let's not forget either.
I don't see Tennessee getting 20. I don't think Tennessee's going to put up 20.
I hope not. But even if they do, like I said, the Steelers defense should be allowed to let up 20 to 24 points and still believe they're going to come out of that game with a victory. But looking at the defense, not only are they playing well enough to win, they're missing some key players. Yes, Troy Polamalu's on the back end of his career, but he's still the best option they have, and he was missing last game. People forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people want to.
Shazier was out.
Yeah, Shazier's out. Ike's out. Polamalu's out.
That's a
McClendon's
lot
going to
of
miss the game
injuries,
this
and
week,
they're still only letting up low 20s. I mean,
Yeah.
McCullers is going to be playing for McClendon again this week. McClendon's shoulder's bothering him. I like McCullers in there more than McClendon. I think he's a bigger guy. Obviously, he's more physical with the line. If he can learn how to stay low and keep that low center of gravity, I think he's going to be a really good defensive tackle.
the Tennessee offense is having problems. They're 22nd in the run, and they're 27th in the pass, so they're not getting it done in the air or on the ground. Bishop Sankey's their best running back. He's only averaging 3.9 yards per carry. He only has one touchdown. Sean Green only has one touchdown. So they're having the problems like the Steelers are in the red zone, it looks like, but the Steelers actually move the ball.
Tennessee is only 1-3 at home. They're only scoring 16 points a game. An interesting stat I see here is Charlie Whitehurst. He was completing 60.2% of his passes for 764 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 picks in his playing time. Jake Locker was completing 58% of his passes for 764 yards, 4 TDs, and 4 interceptions. They gave up on both those quarterbacks pretty early. It didn't seem like they were doing that terrible. Is Wiz just trying to get to the future now, maybe?
And plus, Locker has been playing injured.
Yeah, I think he is injured now. That's probably why he's not playing.
I don't know if that's why or not. I thought they actually benched him at one point when he came back a little bit healthy. Give him some time, you know what I mean?
My question was really, are they just trying to get to the future with Mettenberger now? You know, because Wisenhunt was able to take Ben, and the future was right away for them. They were able to roll to
Mettenberger's the future then, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, they drafted him this year, and, some of the consensus coming out of Tennessee is, with Locker, he's been around for how long? A first-round pick, and he hasn't panned out. And everybody knows Whitehurst isn't the future. So who else do you got? You got to go after Mettenberger.
I would give Locker a longer leash. Mettenberger has not proven anything to say he's the future. I guess there's no sense in winning now, but is Mettenberger your answer? If not, you might as well just play your best player.
Locker's definitely not your answer. He's proven that over his not illustrious career. So I think maybe in Wisenhunt's mind, he says, let's see what we can get done with this rookie. You're not winning any games with Locker anyway. So how many games, what's going to be the difference?
Well, it's hard
1
to
or
say.
2 victories?
Locker hasn't been around that long, has he?
It's his 4th or 5th year, man.
Okay, well, Aaron Rodgers didn't even play for 5 years. So
well, yeah,
at
but
least
Locker's
this guy
played since his rookie year.
Exactly. So he has 5 years experience. Maybe he was about to break out in his 5th or 6th year. It happens to quarterbacks sometimes.
I get that does happen. I'm just saying that I think that Wisenhunt doesn't see that in Locker.
Okay, well, Zach Mettenberger, he's going to take you to the promised land. 2 wins.
Hey, they would have only got 3 wins with Locker, so what's the difference?
When I hear Mettenberger, I think of a giant cheeseburger sandwich, and then Jake Locker's garbage.
Pittsburgh has the Roethlisberger, and now Tennessee has the Mettenberger.
Well, did you know
the battle
that
of burgers,
the Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger, and Titans Zach Mettenberger have already set a record before playing the game, an NFL record? Literally, this is real.
What, most players to have their last name end in burger?
No, just most letters in their names of opposing starting quarterbacks in an NFL football game. Who looks up a stat like that? I heard it on the radio the other day. Who goes through the time to figure that out?
When the Ravens and Jacksonville play, maybe Flacco and Bortles will set a record for quarterbacks with the most picks between them.
Pick sixes, please believe.
Bortles, though, down on the beach, he's loving it.
Yeah,
I don't
he
care.
has to love it. Throw 3 picks a game, go out and hang out in the sun afterwards.
You might as well throw a pick a game. If you want to win, you might as well throw a pick. And not everybody's perfect. You got Darren Sharper out there. Young Darren.
Be careful.
You got young Darren Sharpers.
So the Steelers come into this game 6-4. They're in third in their division. They're only a game behind first, which is surprisingly Cleveland.
Womp womp.
Cleveland's gonna get it done.
Pittsburgh is only 2-3 on the road, so they're having troubles. They only scored 46 points between Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, Baltimore, and the Jets on the road. They did score a lot at Carolina.
Lit them up.
But they're having a lot of trouble scoring on the road. Big Ben doesn't look nearly as good as he does at home. But the one thing I see is they're still 3-1 in their last 4 games, and they haven't lost back-to-back games all season.
Well, let me ask you this, Easy. If they can score how many at Carolina?
37.
37 at Carolina. What's to say they can't score 37 at Tennessee? I know they struggled at those other games, but they proved they could do it at Carolina. And other than maybe Baltimore, I'd like to think that the Panthers are a little bit better than some of those other teams.
My key to victory is coaching. They need to get their game plan together, and it seems like that they're not coaching to win; they're coaching to not lose. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Screw Tennessee. I don't care what who cares about Tennessee, what they do. This is Pittsburgh. We're gonna do what we want to do to win. Bausma should be on the Steelers staff.
Get to your game.
We need to get to our game. Throw the ball and get vertical, run, go.
When I look at that Carolina game, I've seen a lot of mistakes by Carolina and them handing the game to the Steelers. So I really don't think it was the Steelers' offense in that game as much as it was just Carolina being a poor team. You got to remember, that was when, yes, they were 2-0, but Cam Newton was still hurt. He wasn't running the ball. They haven't got much better, really, but that was all Carolina blowing that game. And really, the Steelers' offense have not put it together all season on the road.
So then what you're saying is Pittsburgh is garbage on the road.
Well, what I said last week was they need to take the extra leap and go out and put up big points on the road.
Pummel. Pummel
Score in the red zone, convert on third downs, and just move the ball down the field from your own 20. Don't make your defense force a turnover at the 10. Yes, we'll take that, but you can't just rely on your defense.
Well, Easy, you mentioned keys to victory here a minute ago. What is your official key to victory? Is it the coaching? You think Mike Tomlin needs to outcoach Ken Wisenhunt, or is it Haley and LeBeau versus Tennessee's coordinators?
It's Tomlin's game plan.
So Mike Tomlin needs to step up his game plan and not be so
Tomlin,
lackadaisical with the players in their preparation for a game
Tomlin
against a bad team.
Preparation. It's not about preparation. It's about having a game plan to win, not a game plan to not lose.
All right, so you want to see them keep their foot on the pedal no matter what. So if it's 35-0 in the third quarter, make it 49-0.
It'll never come down to that.
So what you really want to see is them play on the road like they do at home.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they did in the Indianapolis game.
It'd be very hard. Well, this is a good opponent to see that happen against. It's not like we're going into San Francisco on a Monday night. That'd be a different story.
All right, Dash. Well, then what's your key to victory?
My key to victory, I was just talking about it a little bit ago. It's Ben Roethlisberger leading this offense as a whole on the road. They need to put it together on the road. I'm not going to give them the Carolina game as a good game, for the offense at least. Keep more than just Brown involved in the passing game. You need to open things up with Bryant. You need to keep Wheaton involved early. And I do expect this running game to get going this week. Tennessee is not the New York Jets. The New York Jets know how to stop the run. I'm telling you right now, Le'Veon Bell is going to he's going to get over 100 yards, maybe not just rushing and receiving, maybe 125, 150, something like that. I believe Le'Veon Bell is going to get it done this week, but I need to see the entire offense work as a unit and just put up some points on the road.
You know what my key to victory is? And it's kind of a combination of more than one thing. And I don't want this for the whole year, but like we've said now this whole segment, the Steelers have struggled on the road. Ben struggled on the road. Why don't we play one game? We know we're going against a rookie quarterback who's probably not going to put up a lot of points.
And we need this.
So let's go school Steeler football. Let's see Bell rush for 100 yards. Let's see Blunt rush for 100 yards.
Ooh.
Let's see Ben only have to throw the ball 30 times, but complete 24 of those for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. And let's see the Steeler defense take an offense, strangle them, force them to throw the ball, force them to make mistakes, and just put this game away. 1 week, when you have an opponent that is supposedly as weak as the Titans, that's how you win on the road when your offense has been struggling on the road. Help them out, and I know it's not the defense's fault that we're losing these games. I'm not saying that. But, maybe they can win us this one game to try to, prop the offense up a little bit and say, hey, every once in a while, we can get your back. Thanks for getting our back the other times.
If Tennessee moves the ball or has any type of offense.
But that's what I'm saying.
If Tennessee comes out, if it's 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, it better be 10-0, 14-0.
Well, yeah, the offense has to keep up if the defense is stopping them. But
right
I'm
in
saying
the very beginning, though. I mean, we need a W, so points are points. Like usually, a football game, it always seems like the last 2 minutes, last fourth quarter, it all goes down. Then you know what I mean. Well, we should get 14 quick. And then
I want this game over at halftime. I want the Steelers to be up by enough points and literally physically dominating the game. Let's physically beat them into submission. Do you remember when teams used to not want to play the Steelers because in the third and fourth quarter they could barely walk? Let's do that. Let's play that style of football this 1 week. James Harrison football. Let's see him lead the way on this defense, blow Mettenberger up, and steal us a victory out of Tennessee.
Despite LeBeau being so good against rookie quarterbacks, Mettenberger has looked decent this season. Let's not even think about how LeBeau plays against rookies. Mettenberger has been pretty good, and you got to expect him to get better as he plays more. And he has some good young receivers in Kendall Wright and Justin Hunter. Yeah, they've been inconsistent this season because they really haven't had a quarterback play from week to week. It's musical chairs in Tennessee right now. But if Mettenberger takes a step forward, this defense could have some problems. Not saying they're going to let up 30 points, but if they let up mid-20s, this offense really is going to have to do what you say and just put it all together this week.
You're scaring me now. You just made Mettenberger a star.
Yeah,
no, I'm not making
him.
Well, listen,
A shot.
His NFL debut, he had 299 yards passing and 2 touchdowns.
That was an average day as an NFL quarterback nowadays.
It's not a bad day. That was at home. That was his only home game. He went into Baltimore last week and didn't have as good of a game, but that's going into Baltimore. That's his first road game. That's a tough first road game for a rookie quarterback. His second career game. Now he's coming back home. He's going to show a little bit of improvement, and the Steelers are short at corner and at safety right now, so he could take advantage. The Steelers are prone to giving up big plays. Justin Hunter makes big plays, but yes, him and Wright are both inconsistent because they are big playmakers, and they need a quarterback that they can grow with.
Over under 4 sacks tomorrow or Monday
for the Steelers.
Over under 4 sacks Monday night for Pittsburgh.
I would say under, if anything. They're not going to get 5 sacks.
I'm going to call it a push.
Yeah, that's possible.
You like 4.
That's a possibility. I think they actually have 4 sacks in each of their past 2 games.
Yeah. The Steelers, I just think the defense is going to have a big day against Mettenberger. It's reading the Pittsburgh defense that's what is hard for these young guys. They don't know where the blitz is coming from. By the third or fourth quarter, they think a blitz is coming when it's not even there. They get jittery. That's the reason why they take so much advantage against these young guys, and I expect the same thing against Mettenberger.
I just hope they have the personnel to do it. Let's not forget, Polamalu's out, Shazier's out, and Taylor's out. That's 3 big pieces. LeBeau can't just do it all himself. He needs the pieces as well. Listen, they haven't lost back-to-back games this year. They've played 2 different series of back-to-back road games. They've lost 1 and won 1 in each of those. They are going to win this game. They're going to score 30 points. They're finally going to put it together on the offensive side. I'm going to say 33-17.
I think Pittsburgh runs the ball well. They control the ball. They control the clock. They play mistake-free defense, actually get a couple turnovers. I'm looking for Bell and Blunt both to get over 100 yards. I want Bell to get in the end zone 1 or 2 times. I think they still score 30 points, even though they only have to throw the ball 30 times. I think Pittsburgh wins pretty easily, 35-14.
21-17 Pittsburgh.
So it's a close one in your mind.
I'm not even going to get into it because I might be asleep by halftime anyway.
Well, if it's going to be a 4-point game, you better stay up and watch that. It's pretty exciting for the NFL.
More keys to victory. Mine, run the ball well, play good defense. Easy. Tomlin's got to get on it.
Coach to win.
Get that team ready to go. Dash.
Just put that offense together.
Score some points.
On the bread.
Please believe. Well, if you guys have any questions or any comments about the Steelers, you can follow us on Twitter at bet_the_spread. You can check out our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks, guys, for coming in studio and sitting here talking. Thanks, fans, for listening.
Yeah.
Spread them.
Peace.